Britt Baker is at the beginning of her AEW Women's Championship run. She won the belt from Hikaru Shida at Double or Nothing a month ago, and it looks like her first challenger is going to be Nyla Rose. Now, clearly, Nyla is not going to beat Britt, but she's going to put up one hell of a fight trying. But if not Nyla, then who? And when? I'm Rivenblade, and today I'm going to do my best to answer these two questions by providing a roadmap for the rest of 2021 for Britt Baker's title reign. If you like what you hear, consider giving me a thumbs up, hitting the subscribe button, and turning on notifications. So, the summer of Britt is upon us. With AEW soon going back on the road in front of fans, there is no doubt that Britt Baker is going to get some of the biggest live reactions if Double or Nothing and everything she's done since her heel turn are anything to go by. And like I said, her first legitimate roadblock, Nyla Rose. Yeah, remember that belt? You have to think her and Nyla will happen at some point in July. It could and probably should main event one of the Fyter Fest shows or Fight for the Fallen. I would shoot for Fyter Fest just to allow a couple of weeks before AEW hits Pittsburgh on August 11th for Dynamite and August 13th for the debut episode of Rampage. Now, I see no better time than the debut of AEW's brand new show in Britt's hometown, no less, to have Britt have her second title defense. With Britt stating that she's going to usher in a new era in the women's division, having her main event the first ever Rampage would be a bold statement. So, who's she going to face there? Kris Statlander. She's currently 8-0 since coming back from injury. She's getting a showcase match against the Bunny on Dynamite, and she has been quietly climbing the women's rankings. She is starting to feel like a significant player in AEW, and I could easily see her getting built up over the course of 2 to 3 weeks to have a fresh match against Britt Baker. After that, we're off to All Out on September 5th. That leaves about 2 or 3 Dynamites to build up a new challenger after taking out Statlander. So who's Britt's opponent at All Out? Thunder Rosa. Yeah, you might think it's early, but they've got built-in history that means they don't need a long build for fans to buy a rematch, and in this one, Britt wins. Remember, Rosa won the St. Patrick's Day Slam Lights Out match, and she's tied to NWA until the end of 2021. Britt getting her win back at a pay-per-view would be suitable. Then, we've got a 3-week break until we hit the big show at Arthur Ashe Stadium in Queens, New York. Who could Britt face there? Boom, bring on Red Velvet. She hasn't had an AEW women's title shot yet. She's clearly a fan favorite and has some of the best babyface energy in not just the division, but in the entire company, and you know that crowd would be hot as hell for her. So, Britt versus Red Velvet, bring it on. Finally, we're off to Full Gear and Britt's next challenger for the AEW title, and now it's wildcard time. Bring on Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green was Britt Baker's tag partner in a team called Fire and Nice for the Rise promotion. You want something a little more personal for a pay-per-view, and something that feels fresh. Chelsea coming in and telling Britt how much she has changed since she's known her, only to be beaten down by her former friend leading into their match would be great. For this to work, Chelsea would need to start building a record in AEW near the beginning of September, but you know what? I'm sticking with this because I really like the possibility of it happening. And that's it. Do you agree with the women and the timeline I've chosen, or have I overlooked someone whom you think will be slid into one of these spots? How about Riho or Big Swole? What about Tay Conti getting another title shot? And who eventually does beat Britt for that title? Let me know in the comments. Personally, my money's on Rosa once her NWA contract is up and she's on full-time with AEW at some point in 2022. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you, and I encourage you to give this video a thumbs up, to share it, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.